So sure you'll never know.
All right, everyone. How are y'all doing? I got my girl here. She's got a little BpDAI $2. I said $2 on that one. You like that? She's got a little lollipop because she's feeling good. I'm feeling good. You feeling good? It's a good day.
pDAI $2.
I want to let you know that I have been doing that every day, all day, over and over and over again. It is my mission. BpDAI $2. That was a good one. All right. Hope you guys are having a good day. Let's pull the gents up. Mr. Oh, look at Johnny. Johnny is on another world.
That's how I roll, baby. That's how we're doing it.
This guy is look at this. Like, there's three good-looking gentlemen. Two, well, I guess three got shades on. One's got futuristic shades, one's got John Lennon shades, and you know, I got the old man shades going on because that's the way I fucking roll. Let's fucking go, boys. How you doing?
Good evening.
Chilling, bruh.
Evening.
These belong to my 3-year-olds. Yeah.
You make it look marvelous.
Yeah.
So, we missed you yesterday. We had a lot of fun. The verse came on.
Date night with the
Ted
wife.
came on. Was your date night better than when you were done and looked at the deck screener and saw how high we are on pDAI? Because I don't know about you, but I'd be like, honey, I had such a great time. Holy shit, it's up. What was that, honey? I'm sorry.
It's up. She's like, what's up, honey? You ready? No.
You're like, crypto. Damn it. What's on his mind? It's always crypto. Oh, my Lord. So, you're here. I appreciate you. Johnny's astro projecting.
Bro, these things are gnarly, dude.
Glad to be back.
What is the future? What does the future look like, Johnny?
Well, there's where we're at.
Whoa. Whoa.
I see. Up.
Nice update. Hang on. Let me pull him on to. Oh, nope. That was the wrong one.
I need to figure out what kind of angle that is.
Why not? Bruh. Solo layout. There we go. Brah. How are you doing?
Look at Johnny.
Fucking how are you doing, huh?
Right there. Bro, that's like a good 80 degrees. That's like 70 degrees up to the right.
So are you saying that Elon wasn't actually saying from my heart? He wasn't doing the other thing. He was doing BpDAI $2.
That's exactly what he was doing. Look at this.
That's fun. So,
Wow.
That's getting clipped.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, I didn't say anything. So if you derive anything other than that, anything that isn't just PG, that's your own fault. That's your own projections. I just did the chart for BpDAI. That's all I did.
That's
I
all.
did it from my heart to the moon.
Sure.
That's what I did. From my heart to the moon.
It's up there, baby. It's up there.
So let me pull up the chart because what a chart. I appreciate you for having an updated chart. It ran away from us yesterday. He came on with an updated chart, but then he did not end with an updated chart because we ran.
Because you silly degens just couldn't help yourself.
Silly gooses. Does it default me into that one? Okay, there we go. Let's auto. Oh my Lord!
Who would have thought? You know how fun that stream was. The man, when was that? 3 nights ago?
Monday.
Monday. I was riding so high off that stream that on the last stream I kept thinking it was the day before, and I was like, "Wait, that was like 2 days ago. What was it yesterday? What am I talking about?"
Yeah, you remember yesterday when we were at 10K market cap? It's funny. I mean, we're talking about these like 10K, 20K, 30K, but people have to understand. I mean, this thing started from absolutely nothing, zero
market cap. Up to 32 market cap, $1 at a time.
$1 at a time.
Well, that's how the first few buys were. You remember the first few buys would be like $5, $3, $8, and those were your first few candles. It didn't take much. It just needs some action. And then while we were live in the stream, Mo nuked us. That's that red candle.
That red candle is a $7 sell.
I did.
I know. It was funny though.
Whoever did that bought it on accident on Zora. Was like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah,
they're like, "I did $1." They did
got a 7x.
Oops.
They're like, "I got 500 sparks. I'll do that."
Then it was kind of leveling out there for a minute. It was leveling out there for a minute. I'm like, okay.
Was it? Where does it show that it's leveling out?
Down.
I missed it.
Go down.
Oh, yeah, right.
You have to zoom it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It was leveling out for, a couple hours overnight. Then we woke up and Shrey's like, I'm
It doesn't
hungry.
look like it's leveling. Okay.
Well, when you do it like that. You gotta, zoom, yeah. Meh.
I hit auto, and it's like
100K is not that far away. You could be looking at 100K in a little bit,
I mean, look, when liquidity first got put in this thing, and we were at like 3K, there's $100 in ETH pooled, and we're at 3K total liquidity. I mean, like 100K is ridiculous, bro. We're like 3x away from, just over 3x away from 100K right now.
Well, I could tell you why this one went. I mean, Dragon Fart us, me and Nathan were able to very early do our like LP looping that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's not the case here. The reason why this is doing what it is because the community is just like, I'm not selling, so fuck you. And then in the base pDAI Telegram chat, it's almost like a friendly competition. Who's going to get more? Oh, this guy has this much. Then next thing you know, boom, you see like $175 buy, which to anyone normally in crypto, that doesn't sound like a lot. But on this, that is massive. You know, a $60 buy, a $50 buy is huge compared to, something with $300, $400, $800,000 market cap.
However, I mean, over 50% of the supply is gonzo.
Gone. What day are we on?
Well, not gonzo, but like
we're on day 3. It was launched 2 days and 22 hours ago.
But now it's just like exponentially harder.
We're moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. I mean, it's going to be that's the more that supply goes down, it's just going to keep multiplying how much it's going to take to get it to move down more. So that'll be interesting to watch.
Well, if the majority of these holders LP on the way out, then this thing can keep rising, and that supply can just keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and we don't technically have to be nuking as people exit out. And the great part about this is that is pretty much who's in this group. I mean, we're talking about the core of the Council of LP. We're talking about the core of Degens of LP. We're talking about the core of House of Warlords. These are all not stupid people. These are all really fucking smart people about how to sustain a project, how to sustain a pump, how to exit without hurting the chart. Look
at Michelle. Look what Michelle just put in there. Let's go to the chat real quick.
Woo!
Let's go.
Congrats.
Nice
Well
job.
done.
Very nice job. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. And thank you for coming to YouTube. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's in here. Ted. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and a 5. I mean, If you want to negotiate the other way, then whoa. Are you 4-0ing in a 5?
For
BpDAI. No joke. I'll tell you what. If you get BpDAI, if you get it to, it's like a Tourette's thing at this point. I'm gonna have to say it every time. If you get it to, if we do 100x from here, I'll tell you the dog name from right here. 100x from right here, I'll tell you the dog's name.
That's 2 zeros, 5.
2 zeros and a 5. I'll tell you the dog's name.
Holy shit. Can you imagine if this thing got to half a cent? I think that would blow people. It would blow my mind. That's for sure. Half a cent.
I mean, crazier things have happened.
Oh, hey, listen, man. I know who's in, and there are some like absolute banger whales that are in on this, which is kind of funny to say, but we have some banger whales in here. Booyah is in this. Shrey is in this. I have a fat bag. I know you guys have bags. My man Mello has a fat bag. So I mean, just the amount that we have.
Is Aussie calling that 0.005? That's his goal.
No, I think he's responding back to Ted because Ted put a question in.
I tell you what, I did think so. It's got to be on. I'm gonna have to alter this because it's got to be on par with the Titan X price. Because Ted brought up a good point. I'm raising the bar significantly on here because the Titan X price for me to give up the dog's name is 5 zeros and a 3. So we're just over 10x away from that in Titan X. So if I did 100x for BpDAI, I think kind of fucked up. So 10x. So yeah, sure. 10x, just over 10x from here. Yeah, Ted, we'll call 3 zeros and a 5, and we'll give you the dog's name. Either 3 zeros and a 5 for the dog's name on BpDAI, or 4 zeros and a 3, 5 zeros and a 3 on Titan X.
Yeah, Ted, if we get this, $1 is what, $1 billion market cap?
Yes.
Hey,
why not? 500 million.
But still, 10x from here, and we're at a 320K market cap from 0.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's so. I mean,
if this got to half a cent, you do realize like everyone in this chat right now would be millionaires off of a memed forked copy of a stable coin.
I mean,
through a social media based tokenization protocol. I don't know how you.
Let me tell you how I got here. It all started with a coin that looked like a dog. Crazier things have happened in life. An entire movement was started with that fucking thing. Like, let's fucking go. I don't give a shit. We're going to do a 10x on this. We'll do a fucking 10x on Titan X. Look, the fucking moon is coming for everything this cycle. It's going to fucking come. You just have to manifest this fucking reality. All right? No more moping around. No more. Fucking down. Let's fucking go.
We got
oh, Jesus.
What?
This fucking guy right here.
Well.
I'm only allowed to sustain 1 strike a week. So
the Mo thinks Earth is a snow cone.
No, not snow cone, snow globe. That's what I said. It was a snow globe. The firmament.
It does sound funnier when he says snow cone.
You know what would be funny is if the Earth is just like this massive thing. And we're just like a thing inside of on it in a bowl-shaped kind of like thing surrounded by an ice wall. Verse, what do you think about that?
Almost had no idea where you were going with that until you said the ice wall. I was like, what in the fuck are you talking? Oh, the ice wall. Yeah, gotta love that ice wall. It's out there. It's out there
Mhm.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you go over it on the other side of the ice wall, which is just
It's just more earth.
more ice and water.
Yeah, more. We find that's why they're like there's a huge
I found it!
earth against all world governments, and the people finally go over the ice wall, and it's more ice and nothing. Like, and they're like,
the guy gets to the top. What do you see?
like we've
More fucking ice.
pretty cold.
It's a whole lot of fucking ice up here.
You don't want to go back to Florida?
Yeah, right. Oh my lord. All right. Verse, do you want to come on, sir? But if you come on, you can't play music. Because I got a little bit of a copyright strike for that last song. But it's okay. It's okay.
Is that code? What is the verse trying to tell you and me, Johnny?
I don't know. It's a message from his handlers. They tell him that Mike Dean has no legs. He has no legs.
Pretty easy to skip leg day when you have no legs.
That's a callback to last stream there.
Oh,
my
he
lord.
said, "Heart, send me a link. Let's do this shit."
Let's go, bitches. All right, guys, get ready. I need you to strap in
It's about to get silly.
because the verse is coming on.
The verse.
There's gonna fuck shit up because he doesn't care.
Verse
He's
don't give
boss
a fuck.
man. Don't give a fuck. All right, the link is in your DMs. And if you're wondering why did he do that, because I'm perpetually alone, so I'm always just singing to myself stupid shit. And that's what happens when you're alone all the time.
We got Trust Tight Next making some moves.
Well, you're not allowed to talk about Tight Necks on the stream.
No, trust the Tight Next plan. His name forces you to.
First of all, I was kidding. I was actually making fun of someone in Tight Necks who was like, "What? Don't talk about that. You're not allowed on stream." Second of all, Trust Tight Necks plan is awesome. That guy's legit. He's a huge stream supporter for everyone in Titan X. He's a total OG. And I'm just ragging on you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm still in Titan X. I just feel no compulsion to not say funny shit now. When it crosses my mind. Anyway. All right. We're waiting on the verse here. Let me bring up what technically started this. My little funny little lost astronaut.
Man, Lost Astronaut's doing great, man.
Had little bot action going back and forth and up to 7.7K market cap. Hey, I couldn't be happier. Just we're all a little lost astronaut going to the moon. Looking for a ride to the moon, I should say. And who knows? Maybe that rocket to the moon is BpDAI. I'll tie it.
So just so everybody knows, we're gonna get the Twitter updated. We got a new Twitter. We got I think it's my fault, guys. I'm too active on all my my Twitter accounts, and Twitter was just like, that's too much. Can't do that.
I don't think that's what it is.
Or the conspiracy is, they're after us. Them.
That's the one right there. It's always that. It's never a reasonable explanation. It's always those fuckers are out to gas.
Yep.
So
and they wear leather pants and sparkly shirts.
And and we're always a chip on their shoulder. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Yeah, let us now whisper of a dream that was. BpDAI. That's good.
I wish I could scream at you guys, but my whole family's just like,
yeah, it felt good.
Do you know on the first night when I kept doing it the very, very first time, every single time I did it, the 91-year-old's in the other room and I hear her going,
It's a going.
It's like, what the hell's going on over there? Like, every time. She's like, "What the fuck is happening in there?"
She's just trying to watch Wapner, and
not far off.
Oh,
Not far off.
What was the last one she was on? Not
Far out.
Matlock. Fucking Columbo. She's watching Columbo.
Columbo's
Bro,
great.
love that dude. Fucking watch that shit all the time. It's fucking amazing. Anyway, where's the verse? This guy has just fucking left me. He's left me like a prom queen in the dust. He used me and then he left me. I'm not talking about anything that actually happened.
So, how much of base knows anything about pulse chain, pDAI, the lore, everything?
Oh, probably a good amount, because I have to imagine there are at least some people that are cross-chaining it, but only those people would. Just sort of like a normal base homer has
They're like,
no clue.
They're like pDAI on base.
Like, do you know anything about Ton chain?
I don't, but I
Why?
know that the real Mike Dean doesn't have fucking legs because he skips
He does
leg
not.
day every time.
Can confirm. He's going to come on one of these streams one day and get really pissed. Or laugh.
You bet your ass he will. I was thinking of something really witty. I couldn't. All I got to say is, I saw Nate and I was like, man, this guy's good looking, man. I'm not gay, but Nate's good looking. So
Me? Hey, I appreciate that.
I'm not gay, man. But if I was gay, bro, you'd be fucked.
I'm not gay.
I'm just kidding.
Wow. All
I'm not gay.
bye.
I'm not gay. I'm not gay. It's 2025. People can be gay and shit. You can change your gender, all that good shit. So it is what it is. Just
I used to live in
completely
Miami,
against that
bro.
shit.
You're not
How do
gonna-
you
you're not gonna
how do you keep your beard such a dark, homogeneous color?
Because
Dang.
he's
It's
not
called being
old
young.
like we are.
Damn.
He's not old
Yeah,
like
it's like
we are.
being
Hey,
young.
What? Wait, are you like
Nope.
25?
Don't be
What's
an
up?
old fuck. That's
Well,
what.
the verse just turned 26.
Are you?
Alright.
Wait, you kidding me?
Yeah. Long story short, I got into crypto when I was in my undergrad. So
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. I'll tell you offline. So
No.
but yeah, man.
All right,
Man,
chat.
dude, I was
over under.
I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, man. I thought you were hitting on me for a second, man.
No.
He's gonna get a little
Here's what
frisky in
starts
here.
Here's what starts happening. That's two kids, and and I'm 42.
Yep.
So
Fair enough.
Same. 2 kids, 42. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the Wolverine.
Oh, wait. You both are
No
42?
kids.
yeah.
No way. So you guys were born the year of the pig. It must have been a crazy year for y'all.
No, actually, so 82. I was a water dog.
Okay, so last year was a pretty shit year for you, would you say?
I-
For the
I
most
mean,
part.
he was in Titan X.
I mean,
Wait. What about you, Johnny? What year were you born?
83. You're the pig.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I'm a pig as well. That's crazy. Matrix confirmed. Mo, what are you?
Mo. He's like
What's your
19,
Chinese
75.
astrology number?
I'm old.
What's your What's your
I
Chinese
was born in
astrology sign?
1965.
Wait,
Really?
No. Old
the
man.
fuck outta
fucking
here.
River. Yeah.
No, I was born in
there's 12 signs.
1950, and I was in Vietnam.
Look,
I'm
there's
sorry,
12
1930, World War II.
Listen, Mo. There's 12 astrology signs, so it'll take people forever to figure out what year you're born. You're good. You're good. You got like a less than 5%
I
chance
don't know.
by figuring out.
You told me, and I forgot because I don't do that shit.
I'm pretty sure
You
you're
never
right.
been
Let me
to
look
a
it up.
Chinese restaurant, dude? Like, it's on
I
the
mean,
back of
apparently
the
I've never
Chinese.
paid attention.
Open that motherfucker.
Well, I know your
I
8
know.
life path, so money for him goes up and down like this shit. So and he likes to be at home all the time, all that good stuff. So I mean, if you guys want to get astrology, we can. It's up to you, but we can talk about
Nah,
crypto.
nah.
So.
He
Different
likes to
episode.
be home all the
This is
time.
BpDAI,
Name
and we
is
don't want to
Mo.
lose people. 'Cause
Home
they're here to talk
Mo.
about BpDAI and memes, not watch a bunch of nerds geek out on astrology.
Okay,
He'll
my
turn
bad.
you a
My
tight neck
bad.
straight.
You know, I just saw Nate. I thought he was such a good-looking dude, and we just got off track. All right. I just want to know his like star pattern signs and all that
You know, it's
shit.
great.
See if we got compatibility. I'm just kidding.
It's
That's a
so
joke.
sexy.
That's a joke. Everyone's gonna think we're gay now. That's a joke. Okay, it is
Not
what it
that
is.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Well,
We're on
Mo
YouTube.
says there's a lot wrong with it, but we
My
said there's
wife-
nothing wrong with it.
My wife catches me later watching your stream, and she's like, "Who you watching?" I'm like, "Come on, I'm just watching the verse." He thinks I look really good.
All right, I'll tell you what here. This whole stream is going south on me, so we're going to take this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. I felt bad
I'm
for a
pulling
second.
back
I was like, damn, I felt so bad. All right. All right.
This is going south so fast.
All right, let's get down to business. All right, let's
First,
get
I gotta show you the picture when this was 3 years ago, before my daughter was born. I had this goal of by the time I turned 40, I was gonna get under 200 pounds. That was my goal. I wanted to be under 200 pounds body weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I started running, and I got real in the running, got into like barefoot shoes and all that stuff. And I was like going nuts. And I had family leave, so I was off for 3 months. I let my beard, and Johnny's has seen this picture. Mello, you've seen this, but Mello, I don't know where that is right now, but my beard is like down to here. And I was doing these so I was really into run. I was in Move to Earn. So I was doing step in and like all these different protocols. And I was doing like mindfulness, and I was trying to do this that's where the whole mindless monk and my whole like thing with mindless monk, Zenithin, like that's where that all comes from. I was doing mindfulness and crypto to help the degens have a way to calm their minds before they put the slippage to 48%. So but I was doing like spaces, and I was doing like meditations and everything, but at the same time I was really, do you guys know Ben Eth? You know that name?
Yeah.
Ben
Yeah.
Eth. I was really into that whole thing with like PSYOP and everything that happened there. I got out of there, luckily.
Dude.
But that was kind of weird that I was like doing the whole spiritual meditation thing, but meanwhile I'm like going into this like kind of weird dark realm with like the Ben Eth thing, which was like this massive slow rug. It was so weird. It was the weirdest thing. But I was part of this whole like 4,000 people got banned at the same time because he released an NFT thing, and you got like the special badge on Twitter, and everybody started gaming it with each other. So we were getting like hundreds of thousands of impressions a day each, and people were starting to get revenue out. And Twitter's like, no, this is pumping a crypto, and like it just violated all. Suddenly we were all on like this live stream, and we all got like everything got shut down, and everyone was like Twitter just nuked everybody that had the badge on there, and there went my account. So
Bummer, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ben.eth, he set fire to cryptocurrency like right after during the bear market.
Yep.
Like he literally he took a nuke and just said, well, I don't want to say that. He just nuked the entire industry. I'll just leave it at that.
Because he got Andrew Tate on a live stream to say, what the hell is this PSYOP? Because Andrew Tate at the time, he was all in the PSYOP, and he was saying everything's a PSYOP, and somehow he got under Andrew Tate's skin and got him to talk about the PSYOP crypto, and it was just like off to the races.
Yeah, and they launched Bencoin and passed over to Ben Armstrong.
Oh man, that whole thing too.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
All right, guys. Well, let me know what altcoins you guys looking at. I want a degen. My IQ is below 30, so let's get at it, man. What were we degening on? What were we buying? What were we clipping?
I'm just clipping.
What's it at right now? 30K?
32K.
I see 33. I see 33.
Oh
shit! It's a sign. It's a sign from the Matrix.
Verse, I'm interested in your take on this, because it's like we're looking at something that's 33K market cap, right? And normally that's what when you're in a normal like meme coin, the 33 getting it like below 50K market cap is just like a golden opportunity. But that is usually within like the first like 5 minutes, right, of a token launching. And this has just been a different experience. But I think it leads back to the fact that Mo launched this on Zora, and Zora just throw everything. So, and Mo took the 1% bag that they offer, and then everything just gets thrown into the V3, right? So I think people need to understand that, like, we're going up against the
it's like one big ass single side.
it is one. It's been one big ass single side that everybody's working through together. But if it catches, you know, because you're going to need to have larger and larger buys to get the bag that you want here. It's already happening. There,
yeah, well,
started.
Well, if you think about it, you know, get that 1% bag, it's right around $300, $400 ish. So, you know, this type of move would be crazy, because when you see a low cap coin like this, you see community forming. This is your opportunity to get a really sizable position, because if it goes viral on Twitter, that 1% can be worth a lot of money. I'm not going to over speculate, because I know guys are gonna be like, "Oh, you said it's going to be worth millions." I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you get
Mike
a 1%
Dean
bag,
said it.
yeah, Mike Dean. I'm the real Mike Dean. All right. My name's Mike Dean. Oh, crap. It's TEDx.
Ah!
I'm
I
home.
love it. I love the
Dang.
glasses.
I can definitely tell
Yeah.
you from West Virginia. That's for sure.
I am not.
I am not.
I am not.
You're
My
not. All
daughter
right.
goes to school there.
So you can't confirm whether or not you married your cousin. Oh, sorry. I probably should have said that.
Oh,
That was a joke. That was a joke. I was joking. My name's Mike Dean.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Turn the
Wow.
comments off on this fucking video.
Wow.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just kidding. No, listen. I love TEDx, man. He's such a good guy. I don't want to turn him to the next Mike Dean.
No,
Or
I don't
we-
have the
or
legs
make fun
for
of
it.
Rich is in.
What
Hey,
are you looking at?
I'll be right back, guys.
Bye, bitch. Oh, I pulled him off. He pulled off,
Oh.
and I pulled him off. What?
Oh, yeah, his daughter probably woke up.
And just FYI, West Virginia is a badass state. So I just want to throw that out there. It's so
It's
fun.
like
Rally cars.
95% mountain.
Yeah. No, dude, the rally
And
car
cold.
races. Yo, rally car races are the shit, man. Like, they have these tracks around. You can go out, watch cars drive around, and then in the middle is 10,000 people getting drunk. It's awesome.
Sounds about right.
No, I'm not about it. I can't say that.
University. No, I was trying to think in my head something different. University of West Virginia, I believe, are they the ones that come out to Enter Sandman,
I think.
Yes.
or is that Virginia Tech?
We come out to Enter Sandman.
Who comes out to Enter Sandman?
WVU.
Mountaineers.
I think it's them. I can't
Yeah, it's
remember.
the Mountaineers.
Yeah, if
Wow.
it is, then
Yeah, they're out in Morgantown.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my daughter goes to school there. She actually she turned in her last exam today.
no, it's Virginia Tech. It's Virginia Tech. My bad.
Is it Virginia Tech?
Virginia
That's
Tech
Foxford.
opens every single football game with Enter Sandman, the beginning of Enter Sandman, and at the crescendo in the beginning, where like the drums kick in and the whole fucking guitar kicks in, they burst through the banner onto the field. It's like, that's what's up.
That's awesome.
That's what's up. And I go to Penn State and they're fucking playing Sweet Caroline at halftime, and I'm like, God damn it! I like fucking.
Yeah,
Virginia
but
Tech.
Penn State also does Zombie Nation, and that gets people hyped.
Yeah.
I was thinking Grand Valley State. My bad.
Yeah.
There
Well,
you
hey, just want to say, TEDx, congratulations to your daughter for finishing up the semester. That's huge, man. And I hope she keeps up the good work. So
Graduating.
And my bad.
graduate.
It's an awesome university.
yeah.
I got the football team on. My bad.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cool. So TEDx,
Sorry.
we need some DGen coins. What are you DGening with? Like, we need
Let's
some
see.
alpha.
Bucky's
there he is.
balls.
Wait, what?
Bucky's balls.
Is
Yeah,
that
I saw that. That came up on.
Yo, pull that up.
Is that another Zora one?
Yeah.
Yo, that actually might be. Is that like Bucky the gas station?
Yeah.
Could be.
Did we talk about that one on live stream about Bucky's? Like,
Yeah.
Yes,
We have.
quite extensively.
Well, there
I
is a
think there's-
Bucky's coin on Solana right now. That's kind of funny.
Bucky's coin.
Bucky's
But-
balls.
Buck B is with a K, not a C.
Ah,
So Bucky's balls. I'm gonna look this up. What's the market? Do you know the market cap?
0.
What? Bro.
But it could do something.
It was just made like recently.
Well, you trying
guy
to
makes
CTO?
Bucky's balls and comes
Listen.
out here and is like,
You know what? That's the TEDx. TEDx is going to CTO that. He's going to be the face of Bucky's balls. And we're going to sell it over to Bucky's gas station. That's what we're going to do.
You know what his motto is? He likes big nuts.
Jesus Christ.
I did not see that coming. I literally did not see that coming.
So the good guy's going away, right, Chris?
So is there really not a
Totally.
Bucky's balls coin, or
I can't find it.
I believe there is one. And
Do you know the? Do you know
did
the
you do it on
ticker?
Zora?
Yeah.
What's the ticker on Dexter?
Hold on.
What am I typing in?
I'll get it. Hold on.
Or just share the screen.
Verse, tell me about King on Pulse.
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
King, founded by the homie Goo God. That's my boy. We've been in the trenches for 2 years straight, always looking at the best protocols. King, it's a 0.5% reflection in Teddy, MOS, PulseX, 1% Auto LP, and a 0.5% burn. The goal of King is if you're bullish on Teddy, bullish on PulseX, bullish on MOS, like to earn some passive income, you hold that token, you get reflection payouts. Now, in your mind, you're probably telling yourself, it's a reflection coin. Most of them die. That's not the case with this one because it's got that auto LP. Every buy and sell, you start to feed that LP pool. It accumulates a bunch of pulse and it makes sustainability. And that's part of the reason why PTGC did so well. So, in my opinion, King sitting at right around 100K market cap, a $1,000 investment is right around 1% of the bag. And in my opinion, when Pulse Chain starts running, this is going to be a coin a lot of people are going to sought after just based off the positioning, the tokenomics, the face behind it, and also the good distribution. So, yeah, guys, any thoughts on King from Johnny, Nate, TEDx, or the fake Mo?
I see Goo God talk. I mean, I've seen Goo God put it in the House of Warlords, you know.
Yes.
So I've been kind of just watching it. Interested. I'm glad to hear that. That's the really good rundown. Because you know, I've watched a lot of these things kind of go by on a lot of that stuff with what is it with dominance and a beast and what are the other ones? Miser.
Yeah.
Oh, the Finvesta ecosystem.
Yeah, Finvesta. I mean, those are all doing a similar thing, right, with reflections and stuff.
Yeah. So the one thing I'll say about King is there's a lot of benevolent whales in that protocol. I know every single one of them, really nice guys. And in my opinion, if you got really high class people, you know, holding the floor, doing things to market the product and everything, those projects do really, really well. So when I think of King, what I think of is an investment in Goo God. When other people think of King, they're like, all right, I'm getting more MOS, Teddy, reflection payouts. And the one thing I know is Goo God, he shills hard. Everybody knows who he is. Nicest guy ever. And when this thing starts going crazy, he's going to go crazy with the marketing. And my prediction, I think King is going to get up to a $50 million market cap. And then during the peak euphoria, touch 80 million. That's what I'm thinking. And top out at 100 million. That's what I predict.
Let's do some math.
All right. Hold on. That was a false alarm before. Now, Mo, pull me down one more time. Sorry, I'll be back.
You son of a bitch.
So 100,000 to 1 million is a 10x.
Correct.
To 80 million is an 80. So that's an 800x.
Yes. 800x. That's the prediction.
If it gets 1/4 of that, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely, man.
If it gets 1/4 of that, if it gets 1/8 of that, like no one's doing that. You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And if you think about it, sorry. If you think about it, if it gets to a $10 million market cap, that's 100x. So
that's stupid. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you want? You know what I mean? It's like, how greedy do you really want to be? You know what I mean? That's what I always tell people. I was like, if you want those X's, you're going to have to roll the dice. You're not going to get those X's on ETH, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana. You're not going to get those. If you want those kind of X's, you're going to have to get into some high risk, extremely high risk, yet high reward. And you don't have to clip in with $1 million. That's the other thing about these low market cap guys. They could just absolutely just poof, and they don't have $1 million in liquidity, right? You know, that's the thing. That's the whole thing with like Brett on base. I was a big Brett homer back last year, but that was just because I was LPing with it and I had a lot of volume. So for LPing, it was cool. But I mean, you see that thing. It's so slow to move up. It just kind of slowly moves up, slowly moves down, slowly moves up, slowly moves down. Now with these low caps, dude, it's kind of like slowly moves up 3 people that have some money, and it's like, brat.
Yeah, well, quick story. I think this would be a great story for y'all and anyone viewing this. When PTGC first came out, guess what market cap I bought it at?
PTGC.
Yeah, PTGC.
What's the market cap at right now?
I believe it's at 80 million, 60 million. It got up to like
500K.
Lower.
Wow, 100K.
Lower.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
50K.
Lower.
Okay, so the launch.
2,500.
$32,000 market cap. So
Hey,
I got it
hey,
at
that's a fun
32,000. Goes up to about 1.52. Took my initials out and then chilled. Crashed down 80%. Everybody thought the project was dead. FUD was hitting. People were saying like, "Oh my god, the dead did this. It's the end of the world." And then I looked at it and I thought about this and I was just like, you know what? I sold my initial. I got a moon bag. I'm just gonna sit on the sideline and chill because I already won this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Next thing you know, it goes from like a 200K market cap, shoots up to $120 million, from 32K to $120 million. So the point I'm trying to get across is things like BpDAI, things like King, things like these protocols, maybe even Finvesta. If you roll the dice a little bit and you get your initial out, you let that thing run, it could turn into something that changes your life. So I just want to let everybody know that and about the thinking. So
that's a great win, dude. Appreciate the share.
Yes, sir.
Awesome win. Awesome win. That's a
That's your
beautiful
cue,
one.
Mo. pDAI $2.
pDAI $2. Hey, I got to give a couple shout outs in the chat because we have a lot of legends in the chat. You've been seeing a Mellow and Titan X trust plan. Michelle, give that shout out for creating that LP because we're super happy about that. Aussie, want to give a shout out to Aussie. This guy's a Titan X OG in the very, very beginning, and then he migrated back sort of to Pulse Chain. He's got a protocol launching soon. It's going to be an NFT project called Anibus, and it's going to be on Pulse Chain. Check that out. I may be talking about that at some point, but I want to give him a shout out because he's an awesome dude, and he's always supported me. We're going to give Nathan a shout out because he's dealing with his daughter right now. Ted, appreciate you for coming on as always. Verse, appreciate you for coming on as always, sir. And then also super duper OG here. Hang on, get to the chat here. Rich Landon. Shout out for Big Rich, man.
Look at this. DFDX is on Pulse Chain now.
Yeah.
What?
This fucking guy. And then also, last but not least, Vibra. Hey, shout out, sir. Thank you
we got ourselves a nice little OG grouping here.
Hey,
dude, I'm gonna tell you what.
Good thing we're not all on a plane with each other, man. If this thing went down, that'd be it. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's like yeah, 100%. Let me between Verse, Vibra, and Shrey, 99% of all the alpha that I could have never gotten without listening to other people came from those 3 people. So
see, this goes back. This goes back to what I was talking about like a while ago, a couple streams ago. I made mention of get in somewhere, get in with a group, get in with like an alpha group or whatever. Just get in somewhere and be a part of something. Put yourself out there because it's so much easier this journey is so much easier when you have people that have been there before, that know what the hell they're talking about. They can at least help guide you. They can't see the future, but they can at least help guide you with the mistakes that they've made. I've made plenty of mistakes in my 3 cycles, plenty, right? That's why I try to educate and I try to teach people, hey, look, this is what I did. It did not work. You know, go this route. Hey, if I see someone that is also giving great alpha, that's why I shout out other people too. You don't have to just listen to me, because you'll start hearing the OGs. We all kind of say the same thing, kind of talk the same. There's a reason for that, right? And this journey is a lot easier when you're with other people, as opposed to just trying to go it alone, thinking that you're smarter than the market. Because that's exactly what happened my first crypto cycle. I thought, because I came from stocks and options, I thought, oh, I know stocks and options, so this crypto shit will be, you know, a piece of cake. And rinsed within like 3 months, rinsed. And I learned my lesson. I got humbled big time. So definitely recommend anyone out there that's trying to go it alone. You don't have to. We have the Council of LP. We have there's the House of Warlords by from Stray OX. You can follow the Verse. You can follow Mo. You can follow me. I mean, there's places you can go to get all of this alpha. Like, please don't feel that you have to go it alone, or ask, or feel free to ask questions as well. Like, go into these groups and be a part of something. And it's a lot more fun because you get to share your wins, just like how we're doing right now. Chris just told us about his big ass win in PTGC. That's a badass win. And I love being a part of that because, you know, we're all a big family here. And if someone wins, it's kind of like we all win. You know what I mean? And that makes you want to listen more to what this guy's got to say, or to anyone. So highly recommend getting involved, getting plugged in. And if you need help, you know, reach out to me, Mo, Verse, Ted. Anyone and everyone is willing to help you out. I shouldn't say everyone. There are people out there that are willing to help you out. Yes.
Absolutely. And to Rich Landon, he went live today on Bullish on Base. So hats off to him. I think he was like towards the very end. It started at noon, and that stream went on for like over 3 hours, and he hung in there.
Nice.
And he did good. So hey, good job, Rich. You crushed it, bro.
Good stuff. And real quick, and I know, Mo, you want to go through the chart, but just want to give a special shout out to my boy Johnny, doing a great job, educate people on V3 liquidity, because that is the hardest thing to understand. But V3, when it comes to exiting your position, doing like a single side position exit, I don't know if I said the right name, but long story short, that's going to be big with like the Tinex ecosystem, and especially a lot of these meme coins. That's the best place to do it. So guys, check him out. He's the best at it. Like, what I know is like peanuts, and I always go look at their stuff to like educate myself, because that's the thing. You need people to tell you that you're wrong about stuff, and you need people to be experts in other fields so that you can become better. So yeah, man. Also, Goo God's in the chat, man. Goo God, you missed my awesome elevator pitch, the king, dude. Hey, can we bring up the king chart real quick? That's cool.
Yeah. After I say 35K, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
People that are just now joining are like, what?
One. That one, so that one has like a So go to King. So type in King real quick on the search bar. So go back to the search bar. And then PulseX is the second. Oh, it's right there. So look at the PulseX pair.
Okay, is this paired with PulseX?
Yeah. This is, I mean, it has about 10K liquidity. The other one I think was like 15, 20. So when the PLS pair came in, the ratio was set a little bit high. That's why it's that massive candle going down. But that was before it actually went live and it was announced. I like to use the PulseX pair because it was done at the same time, and there's a liquidity web where there's multiple tokens across the board. So all of them were LP'd in the beginning before like it was the contract address was announced.
This is a beautiful chart.
Yeah, man. So it's like designed so that, you know, those LP webs will grow. But long story short, guys, 100K market cap, chart looks good. Showing a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders, retest of that neckline, and yeah, man, getting ready to do some magical stuff.
No, there's a lot of things that I like about this chart. The first thing is it didn't just nuke on like the third candle and doing a backwards L like some things that I've seen in the past. It's above its launch price still. How long has this been out for?
I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What was it? April 12th.
Okay, yeah. It's been out for a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks. So there have been plenty of chances to nuke it and forget about it, and that's not happening. So when I see something like this, this tells me that there are people in here that are refusing to sell, is what this is telling me. Because look at all the times it just hits support. It's got very good support and resistance. One thing that we have yet to have in base pDAI, I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but for if you want to get into something and you want to see if it's healthy, this is a good way to check that out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and
this is good. Up and down, it's all healthy. Very, very healthy.
And the big strategy behind King that I want to throw out there, what a lot of people are doing, they're taking their most PLX and Teddy rewards and they're recompounding and they're doing the exponential growth. So
that's beautiful.
Sick,
that's
man.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so quick shout out for them, man. So yeah, appreciate you guys popping that up.
Yeah, of course.
For sure. Legit.
Goo God's a fan of the channel, and when we took over Dragon Fart Dust, he was one of the ones that really helped give us a significant push with his group that he has. He's got an alpha group. I'm sure you're part of that. But whatever group he was in there, he was like, yeah, I'm going to shout this out in my group. And then literally like half an hour later, it just really started going parabolic. And he'll tell you, oh, that, I that's not me. You can't, don't give me all the credit for that. But I do give credit when credit's due. And when I see people do that, like, that's ride or die, dude. That's ride or die.
Yeah.
And when we got the Jake FUD, he was one of the first people to step in and say, these guys aren't fucking scammers. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm holding. I'm not selling. So all of that kind of, when I hear people talk like that and I can see by their actions, big time respect. So yeah, that's family, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
sure.
And the one thing I'll say about Goo God, if you ever recommends anything on base, ape first, research second, because I made a lot of money off of his plays. Like there's one called Coinye, dude. That thing went like he put it out there at like 100K market cap. That thing went to like $88 million, bro. It was the craziest play.
What?
Yeah, bro. It was insane. It was based off of like the Kanye fish coin, and right when he like sent that to me, I was like, bro, like what the fuck is this shit? And then that's when it hit me, dude. I was like, if I'm saying that, then that's how it's going to get popular, and that's how it got popular. So.
Okay, I got a good question for you. The verse, Mr. Chris, and I get asked this a lot, so I'm interested to hear how you would answer this. And I know it's going to be based on a lot of factors. So let's just say I'm new to crypto, looking to score, looking to roll the dice, right? I got like a couple thousand, nothing crazy. Got a couple thousand that I don't care about. I don't care about losing. If I lose it, I lose it. I'm not gonna get divorced. When someone comes to you and you're recommending a coin, okay, if I have $2,000, right? How much of that would you recommend for someone that's new? And it doesn't necessarily have to be recommend, but how much of that is suitable enough to jump into a coin like King, or a coin like base pDAI, or a coin like, all these coins that we're talking about, these low market caps, right, that have significant gain potential. Like, what are you telling? What would you tell someone?
I would probably say I can split up that 2,000, right, and put into like 2 coins, or is it just 1 coin only?
No. You could put in 20 coins if you wanted to.
Okay.
What would you do if you're brand new, right? You got knowing what you know now, but you have $2,000. Like, how would you play these memes?
So here's what I would do. I would take half of. So we'll say King, for example. So I would take half of that 1,000 and either put into Pulse or Pulse X. Just pick one or the other. I like Pulse X because the ratio is going up versus Pulse, so I would probably just do Pulse X. And then I put 1,000 into King, and I would just leave it there because you want some size.
So it looks like you're saying core. You got your core, and then you got your moonage.
Exactly.
That's kind of how you're playing. You got your conservative, like safer play, and then you also have, so you're playing two different sides. I like it. Okay.
Right. And if you think about it, let's say King goes south, and I'm not saying King's going to go south. I'm still targeting that $50 million market cap for it. But let's say something happens, you still got that 1,000 in Pulse X. It does a double. It covers your initial, and you can use that for everything. So anytime you go into a high risk investment, you need something low risk to back that up, just in case things go south. And
so
I saw
a hedge. A hedge.
Yes, sir.
A hedge. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And so if you think about it this way, let's say you get into King does like a 5x. You can pull your initial out. You have 4K left in there. You got $1,000. All right. What's something else I can get into? And then that's how you continue it. That's how I started my crypto career. Was I had a hedge, and then I went from a high risk investment, made money, and then move on to the next one. Kept a moon bag. And then kept going. And I got a bunch of moon bags. And then one day I wake up, that moon bag's worth like $100,000 or insane amount. So that's the best way to do it. I know you guys.
You're a lot smarter than me. You were a lot smarter than me when you got in. I did not do that when I got in. I was like, this KO. I didn't know what a KOL was. I didn't know they were all scam pieces of shit. This is like back in 2017. So I'm like clicking on the thumbnail because the guy's like, doing one of those. I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about, clearly. And then, you go in and like the second you buy, it's like, man, like what just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? Yeah, I got rinsed so hard. But what my problem was unlike what you were saying, which is very sage advice. You never go in one thing with all your bag. Like that's the dumbest move you could possibly make. And I've been saying this, so I'm glad that you're repeating what I've been saying. But being able to have something more conservative that would be considered like a core, right? Something safer. That's what I would consider a core, like your Pulse X. Like those would be cores, your core Richard Hart tickers, right? That'd be a good core. And then, okay, what's turbo slingshot leverage on the core? That would be your, okay, this is going to be a roll of the dice. Assume that you're going to lose everything. If you just assume that you're going to lose everything, when it goes down 90%, you don't care, right? Because you automatically assume I'm going to go into this. If I lose everything, I'll be fine. I won't be poopy. And it's a lot easier to have that mentality when you're not all in on one thing. The people that you see bitching on X, bitching in Telegram, complaining, these are people that took way too much money and put it on one thing, hoping that was going to be their exit out of the wage cocking business, right? So unfortunately, that hasn't happened for a lot of people because they are now stuck because all their bags are in one thing and they don't want to sell at a 90% loss. I get it. I don't like doing that either. But if you had diversified, right? I said this last stream, diversify. This is the thing. You put a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and you don't need $5,000 per coin to make it. You might only need 250. Hell, Shrey has probably the craziest fucking story I've ever heard in my life about SHIB. Mm-hmm. Some bitch put like $100 in and exited with like millions. What? You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Who was that? Was that Ted? Where are you at, Ted? He's put his story out there. So this is all public. It's out there. It's on YouTube. But then he was able to turn, I don't know how much of that, but he was able to take that, flip that when Hex was going up, right? And bing bang boom, just like Chris just said, you do that a couple times, you're up to the races, man. And now you get the pleasure of entering a bull market with a lot of money instead of entering the bull market with $2,000, hoping that you're going to make a lot of money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
So
See,
it makes life
hang
a
on
lot,
right
a lot
there.
more fun.
Those are valid points. And I don't want to say that anyone shouldn't do that. But, I mean, hear me out. You could also go ahead and top blast your entire bag and the pink slips into pDAI. Just, you know, it's all about the choices you make in life, guys.
I've been telling people to use dust in their wallets for base pDAI. Like, I'm not telling you to put $1,000 in, but if you have
probably
$5,
better than
if you have $7, if you have $8 in base, and you're just bored, hey, put it in here. Come join the revolution. It's hilarious. Nathan today got kicked out of the Telegram because Shrey bullied Nathan into going into the pDAI Telegram and posting about this. So he got kicked out quick, fast, and in a hurry.
No. There's a story. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you. It's
This is gonna be good.
No. I can't tell you the story. The person I made do that. I didn't make him do it. I that was somebody that that helped on our behalf.
And got kicked out very quickly, though, right?
We're just gonna pull that up. No, I'm just kidding.
How fast did he get? Did he get kicked?
They got in. The Shrey got a screenshot of it all. They got in the Telegram link, and then a couple other things. I think a BpDAI to DORRRAAAA a couple times. People, they were pissed.
Oh yeah.
Was that before or after you lost the X page?
That's the thing. No, that was after. That was after,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because you would think
That
they're
would've been
correlated, right?
I think we might have had the X page reported on as a imitation of the real pDAI, because we actually appealed it, and they were like, "No, you're an imitation." I'm like, "No, we're based pDAI to DORRRAAAA. We're not pDAI to DORRRAAAA."
Wait.
And fun fact,
pDAI to DORRRAAAA.
I do not have some secret recipe up my sleeve to peg this to $1. This is a meme. We are having fun. It could go to $1. It could go to
Mike
not
Dean said
Everything
last
ridiculous.
stream, we were told that Mike Dean said it was going to peg to $2.
Yeah, that's what Mike Dean said, and you know, it's
And that is financial advice from Mike Dean. Is also what I've heard.
listen. Mike Dean said that, and it was a rumor on the internet, and because it's on the internet, it must be true. So Mike Dean did.
It's always true. Everything on the internet is true.
You know what?
You know
Johnny's
it
gonna
is.
launch. He's gonna launch B Maker, and we're gonna peg this bitch. That's what we're gonna do.
Oh my
We gotta
God.
start doing. You know, BpDAI is the maker DAO of base, right?
Don't
There's
say
no
this shit.
flops. There's no sin.
Don't
Oh,
joy
God.
flop cast a
No.
spell on my joy and my floppy wieners.
I'm not.
I don't. None of it.
Wait. What's the total supply of BpDAI? Like, do you guys know? Is it like a
1
billion?
billion.
1
1
billion.
billion total. All
every
Zora
coin.
coins.
Every coin on Zora starts off with $1 billion. Yeah.
Okay.
Creator
got
gets
it.
what? Like a
Huh?
million or something?
1%.
1%.
10 million.
10
Yeah,
million.
you get 10 million if you create. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can buy at the start, which will give you a little bit of LP to start it off with. Because I actually did it just to see what it would do. Yeah, don't really do much. You just take your 1%, let it start.
The
Dude.
rest is history.
We got to build a triple ecosystem behind this, man. This would be so crazy. I'm trying to think because if you go and put in $1, you're probably gonna get, so if it's 1 billion coins, $1 only give you like 1 million coins, right? For each token, I would imagine. Something like that. I need to like go draw this on a whiteboard.
You're saying it be when Mo created it, right?
Yeah, so basically you got to get like a good amount of liquidity if we get BpDAI and put it behind BpDAI, right? So that it'll just filter the money through. And then we take BpDAI, attach it to B treasury bill, then B teddy bear. Dude, Mo, look,
do
Mo
it.
approves of this.
There's one problem now, Chris. There's one problem now.
All
So
right, what is it?
yesterday
that's true.
that was a fat idea. Fantastic. Now they just changed it. The Zora platform changed. So now when you create a coin on Zora, instead of being paired with ETH, you're now automatically paired with Zora coin. So that'd be like building on Tink, pairing with Tink or Ink. You know what I mean? That's the reward coin. And it's like, do I really want to build something with the reward coin? You know what I mean?
Oh God.
We were one of the last ones
Yeah.
to be launched.
We probably screwed it up where they're like, wait a minute, we're going to have to change this.
They're like, wait, these guys are
Fucking
actually
guys.
taking this and pumping it like a token. They're having people buy on Uniswap, and they're not buying through Zora. What?
Look, there's plenty of buying on Zora, and it's actually wild because every buy that happens, it goes in and it gets advertised on Zora. Like I get notified every buy that happens, whether it's on Uniswap or on Zora. I get notified of it, and it goes through as a buy. Like it shows up.
Yeah.
Hey,
So that's the thing,
buy.
versus that people are buying this. People are just on Zora, loading up their images. They're all launching their tokens, and they're seeing all the other stuff going through. And they either have, and then on Zora, you have your Sparks. That's the currency within the Zora app. So Mo's getting Sparks for pretty much every transaction, I think, coming through, or whatever's happening on Zora.
I'm getting a small percentage.
But people go around and you just like, they buy
side.
this, they buy that. So we're getting holders and people that are seeing the BpDAI.
Look, here is there you go. So I'm on the search. So right now is last traded. So literally it just keeps recycling. And now it just stopped recycling there.
Yeah, well, I think what they're doing with Zora is having the tokens backed by the Zora token. Zora token is just going to add that liquidity, and it's going to cause massive amounts of arbitrage. So what I think they're going to do is they're going to use that to generate volume on the Zora token, and off that volume, they're going to get a piece of it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
probably. But what I'm talking about here is that every buy that is made on Zora, it shows up on here. And every buy on Dex Screener on the Zora coin, or on our coins on a Zora coin, it'll show up on here also. So like half the volume is on Zora right now. Like half the volume is on Uniswap from our core, and then half of it is people just buying and trading it because it pops up on this.
So how much are all the tokens out on and into the market, or is there still tokens still being contained on Zora?
Okay, I don't know the tokenomics behind the Zora coin. I only know the tokenomics behind launching your coin on this.
Right.
And the way it does is your content, like your post, is now a content coin. There's no liquidity in it whatsoever until people start actually buying it. So there's a billion supply for every fucking post that gets made on Zora. Then if people actually start trading it, then it actually becomes its sort of pair. Then you start getting liquidity and it moves up that way.
Right. Well, what I'm curious about is, so Zora's like the token platform. So you got liquidity on Uniswap and you got liquidity on Zora. And I'm just curious how many of those tokens from BpDAI are out in circulation.
It's there. It's all there on the chart.
No,
There's 444 million in circulation.
1 billion.
4 million. Gotcha.
1 billion total. I got 1%, the 10 million.
Right.
990 million gets dumped into the LP.
Right.
And it's on Unis. Like it's a Uniswap LP. It's a base LP. Like you can immediately go on to Uniswap and buy it before there's any liquidity whatsoever.
Okay,
now, the way that you do it on Sparks is the way you do it on Zora is you can do it with like super small fucking buys that end up being, like a fucking penny and shit. And these things start building penny by penny by penny. We made this thing live on air and everybody ran with it. So all of a sudden we got a lot of volume just right away. And then we added liquidity. Now we have a fucking meme coin, just like right off the bat.
Gotcha.
What we did won't necessarily happen to everybody right off the bat.
Yeah,
We kind of hit fire with this.
So basically Zora is like
Yeah.
an aggregator straight to Uniswap. Okay, that makes sense. So it's all pulling from Uniswap. That was just my question.
Yeah,
Now,
like it's
Zora,
their LP they put in there, so they're getting obviously a percentage of those of that 1% because it's basically a full range that they just put in, right? So they're getting a percentage of that, and I'm sure the way it works is people who are on the Zora app when they go and buy Sparks or whatever like that, that they're probably getting a cut of that. And when you fucking make your buys from the Zora app, they're probably taking a cut of that too. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the actual like LP, all the supply goes into the LP. Like Zora's not holding any of the supply; it's in the LP itself.
now, and I don't know how that works with. So when you look at the actual Zora token, you got almost like half a million holders. It says, but Aerodrome is their big pair, right? So you're going on the actual Aerodrome protocol to do your. You could do. I don't know if it's a volatile concentrated liquid or how I haven't looked at that how it's set up, but they have these like various pools that they have their degen pools that are like the super concentrated high risk. But I mean, it's doing 2.8 million in volume with almost 300K liquidity, so you're getting a nice. You're getting some nice volume on that liquidity to get some fees in through Aerodrome, which is not. It's a pretty cool interface if you've ever gotten to play around with it.
Good stuff.
Let me go a little bit further in this. I don't know exactly how the tokenomics of the Zora coin itself works, but from now on, now you're doing the posts or you're doing the content coins, and now instead of pairing with Ethereum, now it's going to be paired with Zora coin. But again, there isn't any actual Zora coin in your LP yet. Because your LP is just 1 billion of your post. No one's bought it yet. And it's in now your, like, in this case, say we did BpDAI. It would be BpDAI paired with the Zora coin, but they're not putting in any Zora whatsoever. And the user side in this Zora app, you don't even have to have a fucking wallet or know what you're doing with crypto. You can just use your credit card and buy 25,000 Sparks to go buy your little fucking things. And those Sparks convert into Zora and then they fill it into the fucking LP. So like there's a whole like untapped world here of people who don't even know about crypto. They don't have to buy the Zora coin. They can use their fucking credit card to just buy the little app money. On the back end, they're exchanging that app money for the fucking Zora coin and putting it in the LP.
Yeah. I think the reason why I was asking those questions, like I hear all the stuff you're saying. I was just curious if they had like a bonding curve, because typically with these token creation platforms,
there's no graduation. It's automatically the LP is automatically created the moment you make your post.
Right. That's why I was asking, because I was curious to see if all the supply is out on the market and basically it's getting it's an aggregator. So just like Morpheus, when you go and swap on Morpheus, it'll give you a swap on like Uniswap, 1 inch, any of these like DEX platforms.
I believe it's only on Uniswap.
Right. So the platform aggregates to the Uniswap LP, which means all the token supply is out. That's all I was curious. I just wanted to make sure. That was my big question. I didn't want to go too deep in the tokenomics. So
no, you're good.
Yeah, I want to dive into the tokenomics of Zora, especially now that more posts, because now you can see, because there's this thing that happens as people make their own posts. They want people to buy them. Well, one of the ways that you get people to buy your post is you have to have it showing up as a post that was bought. So people put their own money into buying their own fucking post to have it show up on that.
Yep.
Well, when they're doing that, that money is being converted into Zora on the back end, into that Zora coin. So they're feeding like constant buy pressure into that Zora coin. It's interesting. I don't know how it's going to go off, and I don't know how the supply tokenomics are on that in terms of like unlocks and who still has it. Is it allowed? I have no idea. But luckily for us, technically, none of that fucking matters because we're on Ethereum and we beat all that shit.
Yo, yeah, absolutely, dude. Little Brett, is that a 596K market cap? That's crazy. You see that? The center?
Yep.
596K market cap, dude. These things are actually doing really well. Oh, Today's old, but
You know, what's interesting is somebody created. So talk about webbing and everything. Someone created a ton of LPs with BpDAI. So we got Keycat, Zora, Dog and Me, Benji, Dino, Arrow, Pepe, Ski. This is all base stuff. Ski, Miggles, Toshi, Dgen, Farcoin, Brett. So we got all the big base names. They all have $1 in liquidity in each of those pools, but
What's that one above fraud?
Oh my god, dude! I was laughing so hard. Sorry, I was laughing at that, dude. the ticker.
Now you know what's interesting, Mo? Eight hours ago, BpDAI was paired with Zora. I wonder if they automatically did that still. I don't know how that one's there, but the BpDAI Zora pool is there. And it was launched 8.5 hours ago.
They probably take they probably take some of the fees and when they're.
Well, I'm just saying with their shift, I wonder if everything that had been launched prior to their update, now that they're going to be, they still did it with everything anyway. I don't know.
So when they aggregate to Uniswap, they put that fee on top of it, so the platform gets a little bit of it. And sometimes they'll take a little bit of fee and add it to the LP so that the LP is nice and thick. So rather than add to the wrapped ETH LP, now they're adding it to the Zora. That's probably where it's coming from.
All right. Anyway,
I have to imagine Zora is inflationary, right? Somehow.
Yeah, they got a lot of VC. They got a lot of VC dumps coming out, so they have a huge unlock coming up in the next couple of years.
Next couple of years.
Yeah, so it's gonna start this year and go into like 2 or 3 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you go on Deck Screener, you see the middle one that says there's like market cap, and I can't remember the name of it, but it talks about oh my god, bro, this is bothering me, but it'll show like a higher market cap, and that'll show you the amount of money that has to hit the market from VC unlocks.
On Deck Screener?
Yeah. Let me
hey, shout out, by the way, right here's your supply on BpDAI. 1 billion total supply. We have 129 holders now in less than 3 days.
Yeah.
44% is still on the market.
So it's called FD. So if you go on Deck Screener, it's called FDV, fully diluted value. It's that little center one that has a higher market cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it right there. It's
Yeah.
for one of my plays. So that tells you how many coins are going to hit the market. So when you get into like these VC fund coins, you need to take that into consideration because the initial investors start dumping when the volume's higher. So.
So if you go to buy on Zora, are you buying with Zora, or you buy with ETH and then you receive Zora?
No, it's a little bit different. They have it a little bit set up differently in the Zora app, and you can buy ETH, you can buy Zora in the app, I believe, but theirs is more centered on this thing called Sparks. They might be phasing the Sparks out and replacing it with the Zora. I'm not sure. But what it was originally was you buy the Sparks, then they convert the Sparks into whatever the fuck, originally it was ETH, then it was Zora.
Yeah.
What's the Zora main LP? Is that with wrapped ETH on Uniswap?
USDC.
USDC. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, never mind.
Nice.
Is it? Wait. I don't want to give misinformation here.
CNN.
Yeah. So okay. So the main one that's doing that I mentioned before, that's doing the nearly 3 million in volume, that's on Aerodrome. That's paired with USDC, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a V3 on USDC that's got lots of liquidity on it. It's mostly USDC, is all of it. There's a little bit of ETH.
Okay, so interesting. So if you wanted to buy Zora, you'd have to you'd go USDC to Zora.
Yeah, and also keep in mind a lot of the DEXs now, they have routers. So let's say if you want to go from ETH to Zora, it'll actually automatically do it on the decks for you. You have to pay a little bit higher gas fee, but you do have that option. It's called routing. So,
instead of having to get like wrapped ETH or like wrap it and then buy it, it'll just do it for you.
Yeah. And if you're in the Tinex ecosystem, say you want to go cash out like Inferno out of the ecosystem, you can actually set it from Inferno to wrap ETH, and it'll go from Inferno to Tinex to wrapped ETH all in one transaction.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's not that's not the case for every single thing, but for the most part, the Uniswap router is great. PulseX has a router. All of them are really good. So and then Morpheus does that auto route as well. So I mean, Switch.win.
Switch. Yeah. Okay.
You're right. We don't care about tokenomics. We only care about going to the moon. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're just being nerds.
Sorry.
Well, this is the thing. We do the research so that people like you can just ape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big time.
TEDx is our class nerd, so he's the guy that you need to talk to about everything and anything. So
this is our quant. This is our quant.
Sir.
Look at him.
He's our nerd.
I am.
he
All right,
graduated.
gents.
All right, you guys. Sorry.
No, let's start wrapping this up. We're at an hour and 20 here. They're on the East Coast. I'm not sure where you are, sir.
Yeah, did you catch me yawning? I'm just saying BpDAI to.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
So old.
Son of a bitch. All right, let's start the.
Wait,
the
I missed
spot.
the verse. Were you hitting on me? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I'm always.
Yes, that was an hour ago. Yeah, you totally missed it.
Yeah, tell your wife she's got competition. That was a joke.
Nice.
You're like, honey, I'm setting up a play date with the. She's like, oh, you're taking our son over. No, it's just me.
My beau has a beard.
Ted, how about you send us off since we've been talking so goddamn much I barely heard you at all. So send us off.
Ted's just inscribing on Bitcoin. That's this.
This is what happens. We have
What
close to
BRC20 is about to pop off right now? Come on.
There you go.
Give it.
Let's
No, I'm
see.
joking. I know I have like
You
dot
can't-
sats. That's the only thing I have.
Let me see. I'm digging planets, man. They're cool as shit.
So you
Oh yeah, I've seen those posts you made. That's really cool, actually. It
It's
is
just-
really cool.
It's so
It was
crazy,
like
man.
shut
They're
the hell
stretching the ordinal like realm into some crazy shit.
Is that BRC20
No,
It's
Oh. Okay.
no, it's an ordinal.
Oh, okay.
so
Okay,
here's
got it.
our ordinals BRC20s. They're different though, right?
Yeah. They're like NFTs, kind of on the chain. That's like the best way to explain them.
ordinal. So they're all inscribed though, right? They all have their unique
Signature, if you will.
signature.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
attach to each Satoshi. Yeah, I got you.
Yep. Depending on where it came from, you can like find shit that has been part of the transaction with the original purchase of the pizza type shit. So there's rarity levels to it and also the crap.
Wait, Rich, what?
Yeah, dude.
You
This
do
guy,
that?
no, on Pulse. He's talking about on Pulse.
Oh, really?
That's hilarious,
what's up.
bro.
That's what's
Yo,
up.
let's just rebuild the Tinex ecosystem on Pulse Chain.
Oh my god.
That's all that needs to happen now. We're all
Right.
sacrificing.
Well, I actually,
relaunched on Zora.
I'll sign off by saying I bought more pDAI based
Bitch.
during the stream. I'm just sending some love, but we need GuGod to come in here and just dump his wallet.
Yeah, I'll say if you're in a Telegram that GuGod has shown interest in because you're either community, the token, he wants to support it, let him run your raids for a little bit. It's Matt. He gets in there. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna do. I've never seen where a raid could have like a backlog behind it, and it's like the raids just keep popping up. And he made it like when with DFDX, he was like, he came in and he's like, yeah, let me take control of the raids for a little bit. And it was like all of a sudden a raid popped up and it said in the queue, and I'm like, what? And just for like the whole day, it just went through Google like posts. Like as soon as one was done, next one. So that's fun.
Love it. All right.
I am Chris Farley interviewing.
All right, guys.
You remember that?
Yes,
You
sir.
were in the Beatles.
Yes,
That
sir.
was cool.
Cool.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh,
Damn, 10. All right, Kenny. Come on. Oh, damn.
yeah. That was a
It's
Bucky.
sparkling water.
What the fuck? That was a mouth fart, dude. Sorry.
All right, guys.
I'm going on
All
mute. Fuck this.
All right, guys. Do me a favor. Follow my boy TEDx. Follow my boy Johnny. Follow my boy Nathan. And follow my boy The Real Mo. These guys are killing it in the game. Always putting out the good, putting in the work, educating the community, and doing their best to make the crypto space a better place. And if you're crazy, you like meme coins, you like the fast money, high risk, high return, follow me at TheVerse369. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. And this video has been sponsored by Mike Dean. Everything Mike Dean says is financial advice. And yes, he skips leg day. And he does go, actually, I'm not going to say that, but yeah.
He
That's it.
also he also skipped a payment for the sponsorship. So Mike, get with me on the best.
Cool. All right, guys. I got to scram out. It's good to see you guys. So,
Later, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Mo, lick the lollipop.
I'm not going to do that at all, but you can give us your last words.
I just would. Yeah, would it be funny if I popped over on your screen? I don't even know.
I know, right?
If the way that I see it is how it's actually. Am I in the lower right on everybody's screen? No, come on, don't do
Lower
that.
left.
Yeah, you're on the lower left now.
She's above you now.
But that's like that. That's like that thing when they put all those celebrities on that. They put all those celebrities on that. I forget even what that show it was. But
Come
it was,
on,
Usher
squares, baby.
Usher thought he was in the mid. They thought they put him.
Oh,
in the
the Brady
middle.
Bunch thing.
Yeah, he was like down in the corner, and he's like,
"Yeah, do you know?" So yeah, do you know what I'm talking about? So they did one of those stupid celebrity fucking songs where everyone's singing on it, right? And then they put them all in boxes like it's the Brady Bunch. Usher's in the bottom left corner. Well, someone told him, or he apparently thought he was the most important person there. So he's like, they're definitely putting me in the center. So he's doing it all this like, hey, 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 but he's in the bottom left corner. So he's pointing off screen, like, off screen. Like there's no one below you, no one to the left of you. Sorry, Usher.
Sorry.
I'll give my. So here's my final thoughts. Someone's gonna get paid for their farts at some point because the DFDX, the Dragon Fart Dust contest continues. Yes, correct.
Yes.
So we still have the fart library going. That's gonna sometime in it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna be happy because then by the time we get to the fall and our symphony is ready to go, we're gonna be giving someone probably like $500.
It takes a long time. Like there's registrations for the symphony. I mean, you got to pay all the fines and the permits and the fees. I mean, so it's going to take a while.
Gas production, all that stuff.
I'm getting it. It's going to go into the Library of Congress when it's all done. So it's going to take us a while. But we're going to get there. Don't worry.
So you have multiple ways to access us now. So between the Council of LP, between Dragon Fart Dust and BpDAI, you can find us. We want to talk. What's
Degens
that?
Of and
Degens
and Warlords.
House of Warlords.
And the war. So you have all these places to come. Ask your question. We always want to talk liquidity. We always want to help responsibly, working together with a community and helping people understand how to properly exit their positions. So that's what we're passionate about underlying everything here. Everything else on top of it has been just having fun with that, making LPing fun. And man, can you do that with BpDAI to DORRRAAAA? So come on out, get your BpDAI. We are never going to leave Dragon Fart Dust. And now we're like, what are we doing? We're in it. We got pulled into BpDAI. So here we go. So, man.
All right.
I'm freaking
I
fired
love
up.
it.
Go look up Joe Pesci in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Nope. I got it. You ready? Jean Reno from The Professional.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one better.
Perfect. Like it. All right. Appreciate you guys for coming on. I'm gonna do a little thing here. I'm gonna actually pull you guys off, and we're just gonna have a little moment here with the community, because I got a little something special to tell you guys. BpDAI! All right. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you next time.
Mo, 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 mo.